Here I am at the Canal Landing, Mark Olson Park in Fayetteville, New York. I'm going to take you on a cool secret path walk in Fayetteville, New York that brings you behind a Target where you can kind of go swimming, but if you do, you will probably get some flesh-eating disease as the water is very stagnant, and I do not recommend it. But here we go. This is Fayetteville, New York again, in Syracuse, New York. And I'm not going to really talk too much. I'm just going to record this video. This area is essentially just like a park for kids. And then you walk on this path that brings you to the Erie Canal. And at the end of it, there's a little water path that you have to cross. And then once you cross it, it brings you to a swimming area. That's the playground area I was talking about. And honestly, walking over here, there's probably a ton of ticks. This cool little lake that runs here. You have a bench that you can look at this water. The courthouse, I believe, for Fayetteville, New York is over here. So maybe people that work in the courthouse go over there. Or maybe the people that live in this suburb. There's also a lot of these like branch off paths that I've never been on before. Seems like people go fishing over here or something, or they just sit in the water. I have absolutely no clue. Maybe they just hang out. Seems like it's mostly like older people that hang out here. It's kind of a dull park. But if you walk over here on the bridge, over here is the town hall where you pay your tickets. And if you continue down this way, it brings you to the Erie Canal going from Minoa, New York to Fayetteville, New York. Eventually at some point I might record that walk, but Until then, I'm just gonna do this. Look how dirty that water looks. And there's people just wading in it. And if you think that's dirty, wait till you see what the swimming area I'm about to walk to looks like. It's a path over there. I have no clue where that goes. There's people's houses for some reason connected to a park. There's another branch off area that goes to literally somebody's backyard. Hello. So I guess people do walk on this path. I figured I was like the only person. This is where people usually turn around. So you gotta get past this area. Seems there's another path over this way, which I have no clue what it goes to. This is the crossing area where everybody gives up once they get to it. It honestly seems like I could have probably just went around and ended up on that path, but almost looks like a scene from Jurassic Park. So on the left, if you climb this, it goes to the top of the swimming area. I'll walk up this and I'll go down the path. So it's pretty cool. Secret little area nobody goes to for some reason. If you go over that way, it brings you to the Target in Fayetteville. There used to be a guy that lived in the house over there, and there's a bunch of no trespassing signs. So yeah, it's a pretty cool secret park that not many people go to in Fayetteville. Hopefully this video brings attention to this place and I give views on my channel. So I'll walk down that way in a second, trying not to fall to my death. All right, let's go down and actually see this area. It's a little cave you can hide in. This would be a cool place to shoot off fireworks or something like that. Maybe have like a bonfire or something. But I genuinely never see people over here for some reason, so probably going to be the only video on YouTube of this secret park. That was the fun of going down this. I see a ladder, so somebody must have been over here. And I see a bonfire pit. So there is the dirty water that you can swim in if you are crazy. Somebody was drinking some sort of Pedialyte knockoff. Damn, I don't think I can get to that ladder without climbing this, but I only have one hand. Oh no, I can probably do that. Let's go over here first though. So again, this water is probably stagnant. I would not recommend swimming in it, but you do you. I think this ladder is wood. It's definitely a wooden ladder. So that's honestly a pretty cool view, whoever put that ladder up. Honestly, that's pretty cool. Look how high up this is. And if you want to impress your friends, you can always jump into this water, even though it looks incredibly shallow. And you would have to jump pretty high out. Which the Fancy Sipper / the OJWonderbread tour is saying, do not do that. It is incredibly dangerous. You will hurt yourself. You will end up getting severely injured, and I do not recommend that. I say do not jump off of this gigantic rock. Now there's no liability. Also, I don't even recommend climbing this thing, but it's probably going to be harder to go down than up it. Felt cool climbing that ladder. I felt like I was in an old PlayStation 1 game like Tomb Raider or something. There's another bonfire pit. This is probably the worst place to put a bonfire pit. There's so many better places. Unless you like this rock over here. Someone was drinking a Mike's Hard, and not even the harder. It's like a 5% drink. It's a shame it's so cloudy out. But honestly, the clouds try to make this look cooler. Like it's about to rain or something like that. Damn, you can't go that way. It honestly seems like you can't go that way at all. Looks like you gotta go that way to get over that way. Check to see what that graffiti says on those rocks. I'll do that now. What the hell is that drink? Oh, it's one of those Rise energies. Alright, I don't think I can get over there. It looks too steep. One of those two is where I started the video. Well, not started the video, but showed that top of the rock view. What is that floating in the water? You can go that way, but it leads into water. And this seems to be the final area that's accessible without swimming. So this is pretty much the end of the video. Look at these berries. I wonder what kind of berries those are. And another bonfire area. This one actually looks like a nice area. I like that one that's just blocked by the rock. Bet you like 50 years ago there used to be a lot of people that would get out of school, come over here, and then hang out with their friends. But now everybody's playing video games and making TikTok dances and complaining. And nobody leaves the house anymore, except for me, making these videos. So these areas are not lost to time. Maybe some old boomer will watch this video, go on YouTube and try remembering their youth, and they'll find my video. Maybe then I'll start getting views. Damn, I want to go over there so bad, but there's zero chance I swim in this water. But honestly, pretty cool to see somebody swim all the way to the other side. Or like figure out what that area is over there. So that is this park. I don't remember what the name of the park is, and I don't know what this area is called, honestly. But it's a cool little adventuring spot if you want to hang out with people and you live within the Fayetteville, New York area. Although you probably know about this area, but if you live in the surrounding suburbs, check this area out. It's pretty cool. You can have a bonfire. You can shoot fireworks off. There's a major road right over there, so I'm sure the cops will come very quickly, especially since the courthouse was one of the first things I showed in the video, so it wouldn't take them too long to get over there. Seems as if there's another area over here. those look like actual berries you can eat. They're a cool blue metallic-y looking color. Oh my god, that's the sharpest stick I've ever walked into. Oh my god, this area is not going to be worth walking to. Oh, it seems like that's the bottom of that rock I looked at originally. Oh, I've got no grip. Damn. Wait, that actually might be a different one. I think that's that. Damn, this is high up. That is way too high to jump. Does make a pretty cool view though. And it looks like it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna head back. I want to post this on the Syracuse Reddit. People will tell me that this is private property and complain. See, I want to go that way, but if I go that way and it brings me off the path, I kind of screw myself. But I am an adventurer. So let's see what it is. Oh, God. And I definitely gotta look for ticks at the end of this video. No, that doesn't bring you anywhere. That just looks like an area that, if it was in like a 1980s slasher movie, a boy and a girl would sneak off from their friends and get killed by a masked maniac. There we go. So I'm back here. I'm wearing these awful shoes because I knew I'd have to walk over water. I look bruised. I'm all red. Oh man. hear the police coming for me. Alright, so that's that whole path. I recommend if you live in Syracuse or the surrounding suburbs and you want to go to a cool place that used to be private property until the person that owns the house near it sold it and then they stopped enforcing that, I definitely recommend checking this area out. It was pretty cool. It's local. It's not the coolest thing in the world, but not many people know about it, as you could tell. And that's the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, please subscribe, please comment. I want to get more than 25 views on a video. And that's it. Goodbye. Alright, so when I was filming that part where I was climbing over the ladder, I accidentally closed the window, and because I did that, I'm going to have to edit these two clips together. So because of that, I decided why not just edit a third clip, and I'll show a little bit of Fayetteville, New York, because I'm going to be editing anyways, so may as well just add a little bit more to the video. But yeah, so this will be pretty much the Fayetteville area. And honestly, I haven't seen this bridge be built before. The last time I was here was a long time ago. There wasn't even this gazebo thing. I don't even know if that would be considered a gazebo. But let's walk over here. Let's look at the town of Fayetteville, New York, or at least this little area. And again, if you keep going down this way, it brings you to the Erie Canal going from Minoa to Fayetteville. Seems as if a lot more people are going to be walking the Erie Canal than they are to be walking some random dirty water area. I think that this is a Little League area. This bridge was never built before though. I want to see what the Little League thing looks like because I've never seen that bridge before. Seems like everybody's just walking their dog today on the Erie Canal. So yeah, I've never seen that bridge before. But let's go to the town of Fayetteville, New York and see what that's like. It's kind of like Skinny Atlas, but for people that don't have $100 million houses, I should say. The people still act as if they're like old money, but it's not old money. Those people have been talking about their dog since I started this video, which was like an hour ago. And they only now got to the point of asking what kind of dog that is, which is kind of funny. So this is the Fayetteville Town Hall area where you get to pay your parking tickets. So most of the businesses in Fayetteville are kind of just small mom and pop type places that are like liquor stores and nail salons and beauty areas, which is a lot of those for some unknown reason. But it seems like there's a lot of just rich people that just go to these places. I guess this is Manlius. I kept calling it Fayetteville. Doyle's Books. Quality and collectible books bought and sold. There's a book signing of some guy named Dan Roach. There's the Fringe Beauty Salon. As I said, there's like a bunch of those kind of things. There's a Pilates place next to that. I'll walk across this. We're going to be walking by the local towny bar called the Hornet's Nest. It's also Burr and Brown. They're waving a Trump flag, which I thought everybody turned against him with the Epstein thing, but I guess not. It's a good flag to fly if you want to alienate a majority of the local area. But it is a towny bar, so I don't think it really matters in any way. There's another nail or a hair studio, so it's pretty much the same thing that place over there is. I don't know why they need two of these places in such a small area. Porta potties. I don't know what that's for. It's not like there's events running down here. There's another beauty place. As I said, Fayetteville, New York is just beauty places for some unknown reason. It's pretty cool local art though. There's Matilda Jocelyn Gage, which I have no clue who that is. I can't imagine that's what the person looks like though. That looks like a pianist or something. Dad, this is Gustav Stickley. That's a cool name. The Gustav Stickley, it looks like they put a lot more effort into. Unless Matilda Jocelyn Gage is a handsome woman, which is possible. And going back over here, I guess this beauty salon's open, so I guess the difference between this one and the other ones is this one is open later. Neelam Beauty and Wellness. There's a liquor store, which does not look like it did well, as there is a for lease sign. Maybe if they opened another beauty salon, it would do better. A Japanese restaurant called Kyoko. See what's over this way. A jewelry company, another fashion place. I don't understand how there's so many cars around here, unless they're all parking to go to the Erie Canal, as all of these places seem closed. That looks like a ripoff of the New York Hardcore logo. This place always seems pretty busy though. This Avicoli's place. What is this place? Rello Solutions Group? And if you go under there, there's a dance salon. It's not really worth walking to. That's where the water seems to be running from. This looks like an underpass where an elderly person will rob you if you walk around at night. Or I guess it's just a place for people to do bad graffiti. Hey. Damn, what's over this way? No, I'm not walking that. I've already walked enough. That was weird. I just like walk the directions I'm walking in. Oh, look at this. A car wash. There's so many car washes in Syracuse, even though the city only has summer for like 1 month out of the year. Over here there's a coffee house called Freedom of Espresso. It was originally called Federal Espresso, and then they got sued. So they wanted to be cheeky and call themselves Freedom of Espresso, which might have been funny at one point, but I don't know. I haven't heard much good about that coffee house, so it just kind of seems like a snarky person. And that is everything. Look, there's another hair place. Why are there so many hair salons in this area? I don't even know how I'm supposed to get over here. Alright, this is insane. You can't cross without going that way. Where the hell do you cross? And there's another bar called JP Mulligan's. And that's the whole video.